Coming at you live. From the Seven Feathers Travel and Truck Stop. In Canyonville or Canyonland or Canyon. In the middle of Oregon. Right off Interstate 5. It is I, Sugar John, is in the house. We're having some breakfast. Got me a breakfast burrito. A cup of coffee. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. How about you? Are you ready to go? Is this thing transmitting? Because I don't see nobody out there. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody? Anybody out there? I just was wondering. Is there anybody out there? And if there is, let me know. Let me know. If you are out there. So today is Thursday, July 21st, in the year of our Lord, 2022. We got the Jan 6 hearings going on tonight. And so everyone's looking forward to that. See if there's going to be any bombshell revelations coming out tonight. Who knows? So just let me just scroll on through here. Let's see what's going on in the world of social media. Let me check my Twitter trend. Let's see. We got Daily Cause here talking about something about Haitians. Huh. Steve Bannon. Lawyers won't present any evidence to jury in criminal contempt trial. They don't got nothing. Dave Chappelle. Show in Minneapolis canceled after local backlash. Wow. What's that all about? Is that about going back to his, I guess, joke about trans? It says a large venue in Minneapolis, Minnesota canceled the Dave Chappelle show on Wednesday night after receiving backlash from the community for hosting the controversial comedian who's been criticized for mocking the transgender community in his Netflix special. First of all, I would suggest people, they should maybe watch that. And before they start, you know, banning the guy, canceling the guy. So that's still going on. And that seems like that was from a while back. So anyhow, I think I have a little bit of a cold going on. Okay, so U.S. President Joe Biden tests positive for COVID-19. Didn't he already have COVID? So he's experiencing mild symptoms. Of course, he's vaccinated to the hilt, so he's fully vaccinated and twice boosted, just like me, by the way. I am also fully vaccinated and twice boosted. So there. So, hey Jolie, you made it. Glad to see you. I'm just having some breakfast real quick here in my truck. And here I am. We got a breakfast burrito going. And I was just going through looking at the what's going on here with Biden. He's got COVID-19. He's got mild symptoms. And like I said, he's fully vaccinated, twice boosted, just like me. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm twice boosted. This is the first time that the 79-year-old president has tested positive. So it finally got him. It almost seems like everyone's going to get it eventually. Rest in peace, Eric. Who's Eric? Eric Levy, human rights and freedom activist who inspired many around the world, passed away at the age of 93. Sounds like he had a long life. What else is going on? Tour de France is going on. Ever since Lance Armstrong, you know, couldn't race anymore because they found out he was cheating. It's just never been the same, you know? Never been the same. So I don't know if you guys, if anyone wants to watch me eat. So I'll just put it up there for now. You can see the beautiful Walmart truck in front of me. And in the distance, you see the Seven Feathers sign. And up in the, you see the hills. Those are some hills of Oregon. And if you see that traffic buzzing by down there, that's Interstate 5, which runs all the way from the U.S.-Mexico border in San Diego all the way to the U.S.-Canada border up in Washington, yeah. It's kind of like the equivalent of the East Coast, well, I-95, right? All right, Jolie. You gotta have bread, you know, but you know, can't live by bread alone. Maybe pick up some lunch meat or something, you know? I'm just saying. You got condiments? Make sure you got condiments and some cheese. Oh man, you gotta have some cheese if you're gonna make a sandwich. I like cheddar. I like cheddar cheese. Like me a good cheddar. You know. But it all comes together. Get a nice bread. All right, so who to follow? It says Hal Sparks follows Izzy Presley. Should I follow Izzy? Now here's another one. It says who follow. This is Renee Dela Cruz, who is actually an old schoolmate of mine. I went to school with Renee Dela Cruz all the way back from elementary school. And let me tell you. Now Renee, we used to be Facebook friends. And a few years ago, I guess he blocked me because I would call him out on some of his bullshit. You know, he's like a right-wing MAGA, but he's a good guy. I mean, he was like a writer for the local newspaper, and I think he was also a pastor at the church. And I would kind of call him out, but not in a really mean way. But there just seemed to be a lot of, I don't know, hypocrisy going on, and I would kind of call him on it. And let's say I knew I was blocked. So I think it's kind of funny that I'm looking at Twitter, and I think he blocked me like 4 years ago or something. And now on Twitter, for coming up where they suggest people to follow, now all of a sudden he's showing up on here. It's weird. So, but the thing about Renee is I knew him in elementary school, I knew him in junior high school, I knew him in high school. We were friends. But the thing is, we like in elementary school, we lived in one neighborhood. We lived kind of in the same neighborhood for junior high, and then we moved to another town. And it's funny that his folks moved to the same town that we moved to at the same time. It was just kind of funny how it worked out. So we ended up going to high school together. And I remember we were both Rams fans, big Rams fans, growing up. And when I got to high school, I went out for the football team. I think Renee went out too, but he didn't last too long. Football's pretty tough sport. And he ended up dropping out like after the first day, Hell Week. And then he went to do other things like band or whatever. And but I remember one time we were in elementary school. I think we were in 6th grade. And I think it was a weekend, or maybe it was during a holiday or something. And we would go to our to the school, and they had the outdoor basketball courts, and we would go and shoot hoops and stuff. So it was just me and Renee shooting hoops. And then these 2 other kids came up, and they were a little bit older than us. And they looked like high schooler age. And they were playing on the court next to us. And they were pretty good. They were pretty good players. And so anyhow, I guess they came over and they said, "Hey, you guys want to play some 2-on-2?" And we were like, okay, sure, whatever. We knew that we were going to get smoked because Renee was a little short, pudgy guy, and I was a little bit taller, pudgy guy. And these 2 were like these high school dudes, pretty athletic, you know. And we were watching them. They looked like they were pretty good. But we were like, okay, sure. We'll play some 2-on-2, you know. And so it's basically make it, take it, 21, right? First to 21 wins. And when you make the basket, you get to throw the ball in. Well, and they knew that they were better than us, so they're like, you guys can go first or whatever. You can take the ball out first. So Renee, you know, he throws the ball into me, and I kind of like dribble up a little bit, take a shot, boom, swish. So let's make it ticket. We get to keep the ball. And Renee just kept feeding me the ball, and I just kept everything I hit. Boom. I mean, I made like 21 shots in a row. There's no lie, no shit. Boom, boom, boom. Everywhere I would go. And I wasn't athletic. I wasn't good. I couldn't really like dribble too much without losing the ball, you know, whatever. So pretty much I would get the ball to me. I might maybe dribble a little bit to the left or the right or whatever, and I just put the ball up. Boom. I sank 21 shots in a row. I just totally skunked those guys, man. I mean, it was one of my highlights of my life. And they were